2 grants this year. Each year the trustees of Porter try and offer an open grant round, and we did that this year and didn't get very strong applications in, so we only did one presentation from the grant round, and the other presentation is going to be on a trustee allocated award. We will open our grant round in February, and it'll be running throughout February. So if you need money for a project you're doing, then have a look at our website. It'll be put up on the first week of February. I've got the dates in the programme, and it'll run to the end of February. And then at the financial year end, we all scratch our heads and wonder what to do. And Shirley, who is in the audience, was a recipient of a grant. We've had a few grant recipients for Uganda, and we need to share that with you soon. I have some information of a previous grant that, due to difficult circumstances and political reasons, was delayed a little in terms of project. So you'll see that coming up. So over the years, we've given away about £19,500. That's from people sharing their talents. What do I mean? Well, we have people, as you've seen, running extreme distances. We've had people knitting for us, little chickens at Easter time, and they're sold for £1. If you have a talent and you'd like to share it for a fundraiser, then you can do that. You can shave your head, you can do anything you like. And this is the kind of things that we do. And that's how we get our funding. And today we've had the benefit of fantastic exhibitors and sponsors, absolutely fantastic. And that's let us come here and do this today. And that information will go worldwide, as you've seen already, and we're going to make great efforts to do more of that online in the next couple of weeks. So it was 10 years since our charity was founded, and actually we kind of didn't notice. You know, you're just busy working, we're all volunteers, and we went, oh, it's 10 years, we've got our rent. And then it was 10 years since the adoption of the Convention of Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and today's. So we thought we'd make a great splash and give 2 grant awards. So unfortunately I couldn't link on because of technical issues. Today our first grant award is going to be to the Prosthetics and Orthotics Association of Ethiopia, and we're funding £1,475 for them to have an event like this, where they sent in a grant application a couple of years ago, and we've been knitting, running and doing things to get the money in, and it's taken till now for us to do this. So it's taken us a couple of years to save up, but we've managed to give this award. On 2 conditions. One of the conditions of the way they were going to run the event was to have professionals only, and we said we would like you to have users and professionals together because we think this is powerful. And we also asked them to look at their lunch costs because we thought they were a bit expensive for Addis Ababa where it would be run, and they had agreed to do that. So I actually took this picture of Germa because I had been in Ethiopia, and I had told him about our grant award. As I go everywhere, I said, you could apply for a Porter grant. Most people don't even bother, but he did. So that was pretty good. And I happened to meet him when I was in Africa a couple of months ago in Togo at a meeting, and said, look, we would only do this on these conditions, and we've said this before, and we want to reinforce it. So we would like to send that to Germa, and Germa is doing a training program there and running a new Prosthetics and Orthotics Association. So that's our first grant, and I'd like to ask Mari to come up to the stage for our second grant. So Mari has been a fabulous fundraiser, I know, for 500 miles, and this is our 3rd grant from Porter to 500 miles for a burns project in Malawi, where I happened to work a couple of years ago. I turned 50 and went to work for 10 months in Malawi with the Norwegian Peace Corps, but for 500 miles. And this little boy was my patient. And there's a lot of open fires, and he had his foot burned off, and the other foot was damaged. So he needed to have a prosthesis on one side and an orthosis on the other side. And we're raising awareness about this project and helping 500 Miles to develop this project. So I'd like to present Mary with a cheque for £1,000 for 500 Miles as our third award to 500 Miles.
A big thank you on behalf of Olivia Giles, who set up and runs 500 Miles. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today, and but yes, she sends a warm thank you for this grant. I'm not part of 500 Miles, so you must be wondering why I'm here. We do have a bit of a connection with Olivia at a personal level, I suppose, because when I was still in intensive care, having undergone quadruple amputations in 2013. She did meet up with my fiancé at the time, now husband, and my parents, and for them she really was, in their own words, really, the Easter light, because they met her at Easter time, and she really gave them hope that actually I could come out at the other end, and that there was a future for me. And subsequently, I met Olivia as well, and yeah, we do get on well, and it felt just very natural to support 500 Miles through a variety of projects. So that's why you landed me here today.
So we'd like to encourage you, if you have a project, to think about, look at our aims. It needs to be according to our aims. If you have a project, there's a lot of it is about awareness, about getting users together, and I can see people in the audience that might wish to apply. It's not a complicated process. And then the trustees will review all the applications on the deadline and decide if we can't fund then, who we'd like to fundraise for. Because sometimes when we raise money, it's easier for us to raise it if we have a particular project. And I would like, Rambo, I know you're filming, and I don't know how difficult it would be to come up. Is that okay? Because I had intended you to present that with Mary, but I've noticed you were filming.
I ought to explain why I'm called Rambo, oughtn't I? You might have noticed in my talk earlier today that I don't wear a shirt when I'm running, simply because I don't like being too hot. In my youth, I used to be better.
So Rambo has been organising the Southwest, an event in the Southwest for a number of years, and supports Porter by taking donations for Porter at the event, and that's actually how this very grant was raised. So all the money that Stuart has raised goes to 500 Miles. For Porter, we cost just now, because we're just volunteers, about £500 a year to run. So anything else goes on events or goes out on grants. So hopefully you'll find that the way that your money is used is as best as we can use that. So yeah. And would you like to say?
I would just wanted to say that the South Coastal Marathon is designed to attract people that would not ever think in their life to do a marathon. It doesn't matter if they only do 1 mile or 5 miles or a half marathon or the full distance. What we would like, Colin is fundamental to the fact that he does the South West Coast Path route with us every single year. And Heidi, what was it you said last night about it?
It's my favourite.
It's your favourite, because you cannot beat the scenery. And I'm really keen to have anyone, especially anyone with any disabilities, to come along and join in, and we will provide support so that to facilitate whatever it is you want to set as your targets and your limits. We've got people, I mentioned the guy that's partially sighted. He had to be persuaded this year, but at 81 he completed it with his partial sight on challenging terrain. And we've got people in their 70s who didn't actually intend to go past the first pub. That was at 14 miles, but they enjoyed the day so much in lovely weather they went on to complete in their mid-70s a full marathon. So it's a walk as well as a run. So anyone's interested, get in touch and we'll let you know about it. It's on the 29th of April 2017.
Oh, I'll be on the website.
And in a couple of years' time we'll have our 10th anniversary event, and we'll be doing something special then. And each year the money is split 50-50, so £1,000 for the Bergs project, £1,000 goes to the South West Coast Path Association to look after the coast path. So it gives you an idea about the amount of money that we're able to raise from just a small field of 150 people.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to particularly have an open forum because of the time. I think that we've had our discussion earlier. I think we need to kind of create an event locally where we maybe come together just with tea and biscuits or something and have a forum. I think that would be quite useful. But if it's all right today, I think I'll adjust the programme so we're not going to go into that level. And can someone give me a time check? Is that okay? Okay, so we're going. Okay. Okay. We said we'd give you a prize if you went round the stands. It was just to try and encourage everyone to look round things. On the porter stand is a snowflake for you, and you can take that home. Okay. The snowflakes are very beautiful, but we all know that they're all individual, as we are in this audience. So collectively, they make a beautiful snow scene. But individually, they're just different, and we're just ranges of different. Nobody is independent. We're all interdependent. And really, thanks for your interdependence today and taking part. I've had a great day, and thank you so much. So thank you.
On behalf of everyone here, especially the trustees and helpers, of course, I should explain that Sandy does so much work. She works herself literally to the bone to prepare this this event and all the other work that she does throughout the world. She really is a very splendid woman.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.